everyone, welcome to Squirrel Brain Stories. Just a little reminder right here at the beginning, we're going to be talking about heavy topics. Please make sure to take care of yourself, reach out to a friend if this triggers something in you. Make sure you drink your water, take your meds, and just maybe if you're not in a good place, today is not the day for this, come back to us later.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Squirrel Brain Stories. I'm Angela, here with my co-host, Adria. And today we're going to do a little bit of a different kind of episode.
That we are. So we referenced it maybe in episode 5. I don't know if we're going to be coming at you from the future or the past with this episode. I don't quite know where we're going to put it. But Ange made a comment in episode 1 about her stepfather rubbing up on her. And you guys, when I tell you it sent him into a full-blown tailspin, that's putting it mildly. We're going to talk about all the fun days with Dick that you had growing up.
Okay.
So what was it? Start from the very beginning. What was he like? If he wants to, because you guys, he's been talking mad shit, and we'll get to that later. It's been like watching a train wreck. Watching him have his little meltdown through a text message has been hilarious, concerning, disappointing, and just disgusting. So if one comment sent him into a tailspin, we're just going to lay it all out on the table.
And we're going to call this episode Dear Dick.
Yep.
So when he came into the picture, I probably was 11, 12 or so, right around there. And, you know, he tried to be like a buddy, a friend. He would let me drink with them. On their wedding day, that he actually let me have tequila with them. And he would let me smoke pot with his brother and him. And he would leave me with his brother a lot. One time his brother almost kissed me. He had me straddled on the ground and almost kissed me.
I beg your finest pardon. Did anybody know about that?
No, I didn't say anything because he didn't kiss me. And, you know, I didn't think there was anything bad at the time, you know.
So was this before or after Dickie Boy rubbed up on you? Before. So, and you guys, for legal reasons, all of this is alleged. Nobody's gone to court. Nobody's been charged, whatever. She's talking from her experience. This is not a court of law. But so they're both pervs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And, you know, there was some times where he would go visit his old girlfriend when my mom was at work.
Wait, Dickie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember them getting into it about that. And then there was this one time I came from home, and as I got home, the ambulance was just leaving, and I asked my neighbors what happened, and he broke my mom's face. She had to go have surgery. The bone above her eye broke, and they had to fix it. And I'm not sure what that was about because I wasn't home, but whatever it was about, still, I mean, there's no excuse for hitting a woman.
So he's a pedophile. From his interactions with you, you were prepubescent. He pushed up on you. I don't want to hear any of that. It's an same fucking thing. But he pushed up on you. And he's an abuser, right? Was this a regular thing that he would beat the shit out of your mom?
As far as I know, it happened that one time.
From your experience,
yes.
Does it ever just happen one time?
No. But that was the only time that I knew about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And looking back after when he brushed up on me and rubbed his penis on the back of me. Now thinking back about everything and the way he acted to me, I'm pretty sure he was grooming me.
Yeah, and I know we touched on that in that first episode. He was testing the waters, like, how are you going to act if I do this?
Yeah. And, I didn't, I hurried and got away from him, but I didn't tell my mom. But if I had told my mom, I honestly don't think she would have even believed me or cared.
I was going to say, she wouldn't have believed you, I don't think.
No.
Even to this day, she doesn't believe you.
No.
Yeah. So.
And there was a time where they both were spanking me, and I was trying to fight them off of me. But other than that, up until he rubbed himself up on me, and it was shortly after that when they took me to the cult. But he was just trying to, be my buddy, be my friend, be super nice, not like parenting, just be like a friend. And I know a lot of people are going to say like, well, that's what a step parent should do. They should be friends with their stepkids, but not when they're not trying to parent you. They're just trying to get friendship, not the parent part of it.
There's a difference between building a healthy friendship relationship with your child or stepchild and beginning the grooming process. Mm-hmm. And I think part of what that grooming process looks like is underage drinking, underage drug use, it's okay, I won't tell your mom. Let's just keep this a secret from her. Let's keep this a secret from everybody. And kind of normalizing all of those extra touches. Like if I get you used to me rubbing on your thigh and your lower back, you won't question it when my hand goes a little bit lower. It's just, gives me the creeps.
Yeah. So, thankfully, I wasn't around him for anything, long enough for anything to progress into past what it had already. So yeah, he, has not reacted well to this podcast. After the first episode, he was already messaging my brother and telling my family that I was just lying and, nothing was true and God's judging me and my health issues, which aren't really, I have an autoimmune disease from COVID.
But no, that's your punishment from God for being a liar.
Yeah. Right. So, it's been pretty interesting. The messages my brother has shared with me that he has said, tell your sister, so
he is crashing the fuck out.
Yeah. Trying to, it sounds like he's contacting all of my other family members and trying to get them all to hate me, which I don't care, hate me or not. It doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't affect me. I don't talk with any of them anyways.
Exactly.
So I don't care if they hate me. Go ahead, hate me.
It's like, and what would their opinion of you matter anyway? None of them were there for you when you were being abused in a cult.
Yeah.
None of them
all knew I was there.
Yeah. And they all did nothing. So what would their opinion matter now, 20-something years later? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly. So, and just, he knows that my second ex-husband, has me on a hit list, and he's threatening that he's going to post my address online for everyone to see. He's going to give my address to the ex-husband.
And you know what is so funny? Because I've seen the text messages, you guys. What is so funny to me is how upset he is for someone who claims to be so innocent.
Yeah.
And the verbiage just does not track with an innocent person.
No, I think how you put it was, I didn't do that to her, but she came on to me a few times and I didn't give in
That
to her.
Sent me over the edge.
I'm like,
I was
what?
just talking with
like
Buck
12
about
years
that.
old.
How are you going to say a 12-year-old pushed up on you? How are you going to say that? And then not take any action to get that child help?
Yeah.
Like, if that was happening, obviously you need some sort of professional intervention, right? Somebody needs to look into, okay, if a minor is doing that, that means some sexual abuse has probably already happened.
Mm-hmm.
Let's investigate. Let's ask questions. Let's get her help. But it was, no, it was all her fault. It was what she was wearing at 12 years old. She looked like a little child, and it was just too much for me.
It's ridiculous.
It is obscene. Just victim blaming at its fucking finest.
Yeah, and like the intimidation, trying to make me afraid. Ooh,
oh yeah,
people are gonna know my address. I'm not gonna tell my story? No, I'm gonna fucking tell my story.
Hey, think what you want about us, but we all believe in the Second Amendment, so
yep,
do with that what you will.
You're not gonna shut me up. I've held this inside for way too long, and it's time to get it out so that I can go about my healing process, And
honestly, the shit that you've been through, some 50-year-old creeper with a god complex that probably looks like a toe is not going to intimidate you.
No.
It just...
After everything I've been through,
yeah.
If you want to try to intimidate me and dox me, try a little harder, because you're not scaring me.
Thank you.
I've seen way worse.
Better.
Yeah, I've experienced way worse than this. So go ahead, intimidate me. I don't care.
No,
you want to send people here? You know where I live? We got guns. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
My husband's in the military. Someone step on my property or try to get in my house,
we are protecting ourselves. Anymore. Yeah. We're keep sending them. We got enough ammo. I don't know what else to tell you.
So, yeah, that's been pretty wild. I wasn't expecting that. So I knew I was going to get some hate from the podcast because these are my secrets that have never been told. And people that are on the wrong side of these secrets want them to stay secret. But, I didn't realize after just one episode, I was going to start getting the hate.
It didn't even take a full day. It was
it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
I think it was like maybe 2 days.
Like 2 days?
Yeah.
But still, that's...
Which is funny for him to have come across the podcast that quickly, Which means he, I don't know, stalking my page or something. I don't know.
So I want to talk a little bit about his text messages.
Yeah.
So leading up to that, him and your mom, were they denying what you said happened to you in the cult?
Yeah, he had told my sisters and my brother that everything I said was a lie. Except for that, the main cult leader, he was a bad guy. And then the guy that had my grandpa that had a hidden camera that would watch us girls when we would go to the bathroom at his house. Yeah, he agreed that those two people were bad people. But everything else I lied about, according to him. Well, and my mom.
Yeah. What did he say in the text messages?
Let's see here.
Sorry, guys. We're going to play on our phones now. We'll see who gets there faster.
Okay, so the first one, did Angela put in her podcast? So these are messages to my brother. Did Angela put in her podcast that she beat the shit out of you for years, and then I tried to protect you? Of course you didn't. Yeah. Me and my brother, we fought all the time. We were kids. We were left unattended. We were fighting over the fucking remote control, even though there was 2 or 3 TVs in the house. We wanted to both watch TV in the living room. So we fought all the time over the controller.
Yeah. And I think it's important to see how he is embellishing in an attempt to gaslight your brother, right? Because saying she beat the shit out of you, in reality, I didn't grow up I have 2 older half brothers. I didn't grow up with them, but I grew up with my kid cousin. She is 7 years younger than me, and we fought. Yeah. I'm not going to pretend. I may have shoved her down the stairs. She cut herself with a razor and blamed me. Like, we did shit like that to each other all the time. That's normal sibling stuff. You didn't take a baseball bat to him. You weren't like pounding the shit out of him every single day just for fun. It was sibling back and forth.
Yeah, I gave him a bloody nose one time, but you know.
Listen, my small one bit my big one and almost drew blood. Okay. It just,
oh my
stuff happens, but yeah, no one was happy.
I bet. And then he goes on to say, I'm going to make sure the whole world knows that Angela is everybody included, all going to know where she's at, especially Juan in the ministry. Answer the line, you sack of shit, and anybody stupid enough to believe it. That's pretty stupid. That's probably why God judging them and let them have bad things happen to them, medically speaking.
Oh, yeah, because it's your brother's fault, right? Because he has some medical stuff going on, and that's his fault.
Yeah, and then he goes on to say, you need to shut the fuck up. You have a stroke because you're dumb fucking punk. That happened to you. You deserved it. But my brother deserved a stroke.
Yeah.
Because he's standing up for me. You deserved it. You got a big fucking mouth. Your sister beat the shit out of you for days. And ever since I know and I tried to protect you. Now tell me that's not a lie. Mac and Memo, a piece of shit. I know that is true. But your sister is lying about shit. She threw herself at me more than once. And I rejected her. And look what happened to you. That's God. That's judgment from God. I'm going to let the whole world know where she lives. It's going to be all over the world. And I have nothing to do with what happens after that. It's none of my business. That's why none of your family wants you. Gina don't want anything to do with you. Jared don't want anything to do with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. Jessica, nobody wants anything to do with you because you're a hater and you're bitter and you're angry little childish boy that has major issues and you need to grow up, dude. That's why I have friends in my family and you don't have anybody.
Yeah, he is unhinged. Abso-fucking-lutely unhinged. And the efforts to rewrite history to make himself out to be the hero when he was quite clearly the villain in your whole family story at least a few points. He's beating the crap out of your mother. He's pushing up on you. He treats your brother like shit to this day.
Yeah, and it's funny because even in one of his messages, he said that that my mom beat him all the time too. I'm like, wow, he's even throwing my mom under the bus.
You know, what I know is when you back someone into a corner and you present them with cold, hard truths that they have been running from, in his case for decades, they're going to lash out. It's just like a cornered wild animal. They're going to lash out. They're going to reach for anything and everything to deflect, to place blame. And my second favorite line, because my favorite line was that you were 12 when you came on to him. That's
multiple times.
Perfect. That is just so classic. But my second favorite one is what Angela said about me being a child molester is not true. And you know it. She would have pressed charges. She's lying. How the fuck is a 12-year-old with a mother who does not give a solitary fuck about her well-being in a house where there is a man that is simultaneously trying to groom her and control her? Where are you going to go for the support to report anything?
Right? Nowhere. I mean,
how is that evidence that you're lying?
And even if I would have told my mom,
she wouldn't have believed you.
Yeah.
She would have told you, she probably would have beat the shit out of you. That would have been the day she sent you to the cult and said, I'm not going to have you here lying on my husband.
Yeah.
He might beat the shit out of me, but he definitely didn't do that to you. He definitely didn't try and touch you. No.
It's crazy.
There's.
So, dear Dick, we're not afraid. I'm not afraid. Intimidate me all you want. But I'm not going to shut up, and I'm going to continue telling my story, whether you like it or not. It's not about you. It's about...
Well, this is about you because you're an asshole and you pitched a temper tantrum.
But overall, the podcast is not about you, and it's not for you. It's for me. It's for my healing journey. So if you don't like it, don't watch it.
Yeah. Any other fun stories about him you want to share, or have we given him enough airtime? You think he gets the message that we just don't care about you?
No, then we just wanted you to know.
Yeah. Fuck you, Dick. And I think that's it for this really short, fun episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.